Welcome to the story of Don Quixote, a tale of adventure, humor, and timeless wisdom written by Miguel de Cervantes in the early 17th century. It's one of the greatest novels of all time and the story of a man who dares to dream in a world that has forgotten how. Let's dive in. Part 1, Meet Don Quixote. Our hero is Alonso Quixano, a middle-aged man from a quiet village in La Mancha, Spain. Obsessed with books of chivalry, he spends so much time reading about knights and their heroic quests that he loses touch with reality. He decides to become a knight-errant, renaming himself Don Quixote de la Mancha. With an old suit of armor, a decrepit horse named Rocinante, and a rusty lance, he sets off to revive chivalry and defend the helpless. Oh, and let's not forget his lady love, Dulcinea del Toboso, a peasant woman he idealizes as the most beautiful and virtuous of all, even though she has no idea who he is. Part 2, Enter Sancho Panza. Don Quixote recruits a loyal sidekick, Sancho Panza, a simple farmer with dreams of wealth and power. Sancho is promised governorship of an island in exchange for his service. Together, they embark on adventures, or should we say, misadventures. In one of the most famous episodes, Don Quixote mistakes windmills for giants and charges at them, only to be violently knocked to the ground. This moment perfectly captures the theme of the novel, the clash between dreams and reality. Part 3, The Misadventures continue. The pair encounters many colorful characters and gets into absurd situations. Don Quixote attacks monks, mistakes inns for castles, and liberates prisoners who end up robbing him. Sancho, though more grounded, often gets swept up in his master's delusions, leading to both hilarious and heartwarming moments. Sancho's earthy wisdom contrasts with Don Quixote's lofty idealism, creating a dynamic that's both comedic and deeply human. Part 4, a reflection on society. Though filled with humor, the story is also a sharp critique of society. Cervantes uses Don Quixote's adventures to explore themes like the loss of noble ideals, the absurdity of rigid social norms, and the fine line between madness and genius. Despite his flaws, Don Quixote's unwavering belief in justice and honor makes him a tragic yet inspiring figure, a man who dares to see the world not as it is, but as it should be. In the second part of the novel, Don Quixote's fame spreads, and people start playing along with his fantasies, often to mock him. However, the weight of his failures begins to take a toll. In the end, Don Quixote returns home, defeated and disillusioned. He renounces his knightly ambitions and regains his sanity, but the spark of life that drove him fades away. Soon after, he passes away, leaving us with the poignant realization that his madness was, perhaps, what made him truly alive. Why Don Quixote matters. More than 400 years later, Don Quixote remains a powerful story about the human spirit. It reminds us of the importance of dreaming big, even when the world calls us foolish. Cervantes' masterpiece is not just a tale of a man who tilts at windmills, it's a celebration of the courage to follow your ideals against all odds. And that's Don Quixote, a story of dreams, friendship, and the eternal struggle between reality and imagination. Thanks for watching, and remember, every one of us has a little bit of Don Quixote inside. The question is, are you ready to dream?